Good morning, guys. It is currently 6:48, almost 7 a.m. Also, can we appreciate my new phone wallpaper? It's this beautiful fan art of the Wicked King. I'm obsessed with it. I'm awake super early. I'm never up this early, but I didn't sleep last night because yesterday was the first day of my school semester and I was like super prepared for it to be just like an easy day. You know, like first week of classes is supposed to be super chill and easy, but joke's on me because it wasn't. In one of my classes, part of the class, like a major assignment in the class, is this lecture slash presentation that we're supposed to give. We're doing it in pairs, which is already just terrible. Group work should be illegal. The lectures or the presentations, whatever they are, there's gonna be one every single week for the semester, so each pair was given an assigned week when they're giving their presentation. And guess who was the lucky chosen one to give the presentation during week 1? So yeah, instead of having a chill week, I have to do this huge project. So that's fun. I was just really stressed last night and I had a lot of anxiety and I just couldn't sleep. So instead I watched a whole bunch of rom-coms. Like really not even good rom-coms. I watched like D-list shitty rom-coms. That's how you know how far into my anxiety I was. But I decided to not let myself spiral any farther and I wanted to be productive today. So I'm getting an early start on my day instead of just wallowing in bed. And I have a lot of stuff I need to do. A couple errands I need to run. I need to go to Michael's to pick up something that I ordered that's actually book related. But yeah, I kind of want to try to stay busy. That's what we're doing. I need coffee because it is now 7 and I haven't had coffee yet. So I got a couple packages. This one, I know what this is. This is a birthday gift for me. And then this is, ooh, uppercase. Okay, I'll open these when I get home in just a second. Okay, so I'm back home and I'm gonna open up those packages that I showed you guys. This one, I know what it is because I ordered it and it's a birthday gift for me from my mom that I picked out. So I got the Book of M by Paying Shepherd. And basically in this world, people's shadows start disappearing, and when someone's shadow disappears, they lose all their memories. I've heard such good things about this book, and I love post-apocalyptic stuff. I'm pretty sure this is post-apocalyptic. I could be wrong on that. It's sci-fi or fantasy or post-apocalyptic, but it just sounds really cool and I've really been wanting to read it. The other book that I ordered with this, but it came in a different package that was also a birthday gift, is Mythology by Edith Hamilton, and this is the 75th year illustrated edition. It has like really pretty illustrations, and basically this is a book of mostly Greek and Roman mythology, and there's, I believe there's like a little section on Norse mythology in the back as well. Now onto the uppercase unboxing. So I will leave all the information for uppercase down below, like I always do. If you don't know, it is a YA subscription service where you get signed first editions of new release books. So this is the pouch that always comes in, but some of the stuff came outside of the pouch. Okay, so the first thing is this Winter Court tea, and this is from Wick and Fable. And then there's this super cute Harry Potter notebook. It has like a Quidditch design on it. The inside papers are also Quidditch themed. All right, and then the book. Okay, I'm really excited about what the book is. I was just at Target and I was gonna buy this book and something told me not to. I'm so glad I didn't. So the book is The Gilded Wolves. So basically this takes place in 1800s Paris and it follows a treasure hunter, and he puts together like a crew of people to go on this treasure hunt. It just sounds so good, and all the reviews that I've seen for it are glowing. That's pretty. Oh my god, this totally gives me National Treasure vibes. I don't know that I've read that many treasure hunter books, but that is like one of my big buzzwords. National Treasure and National Treasure 2, because they're both great, are some of my favorite movies, and the fact that they set up the premise of a National Treasure 3 and then never gave it to us literally haunts me every single day. So I'm really excited about this. I hope it gives me National Treasure vibes. And then also inside there was this print of the main character in A Gilded Wolves. Okay, now I'm going to pick a new book to read in my TBR jar. I talked about this in my 2019 goals video, and basically I'll just kind of go over it again. I have 25 books in here. It's these books, which are the top books on my TBR, and I'm just gonna read these, and then when they're all gone, I'm gonna pick 25 more because I'm trying to minimize this lovely thing. Time to pick the first book. Ooh, I'm kind of nervous. What will it be? All right, we picked it. It is, what does this say? Song of Blood and Stone. Okay, that's this book right here. Song of Blood and Stone by Penelope. Ooh. So this, I don't fully remember what it was about. I do remember that I saw it recommended as like a fantasy with a lot of romance, and that really intrigued me. So I'm excited. I'm gonna start reading this right now. Alright, so I just finished Song of Blood and Stone. I think I'm gonna end up rating this 3.5 stars. So basically this was about a fantasy world. The world is really hard to explain, which is why it's 3.5 stars. The world building wasn't all there. I'm not entirely sure what this world was because it was fantasy and there was magic. There was also technology, like they had electricity and there were planes. I don't know. It was just a little weird. Basically in this world, there are people who have Earth Song, and those people are basically able to do magic. And then there are the Silent, which are people who can't access Earth Song, and so they can't do magic. The people who can do Earth Song and the people who are the Silent, they are divided by this thing called the Mantle, and there's a war between the two nations. On the Earth Song magical side, there's this evil dictator named the True King, and no one has ever seen what he looks like. He gets power by stealing his own people's songs so he can have like tons of magic. And then on the Silent side, there is the Queen who sleeps, and she's a queen who's been in a deep slumber for so long that she's kind of become a myth. The people of her nation pray to her. There's this whole religion kind of that's formed around her legend. Our main character, Jasminda, she lives on the Silent side, but she's an outcast. One, because of her darker skin. Most of the Silent people are white, and then the people who have magic are black, and she is mixed race. Her father was black and her mother was white. Both of her parents were kind of ostracized from their families and communities because of their relationship, so she lives on like the outside of society. And one day she runs into this soldier who is on the run and he needs help, and they kind of team up and they discover that their destinies are kind of intertwined, and the mantle that is separating the two nations is kind of crumbling, and the True King wants to get through so he can attack the Silent people. And so they kind of go on a mission to try to repair the mantle. I liked a lot of aspects of this book, and then there was a lot of stuff that just didn't work for me, namely the world building. I just wasn't sure about anything, and I was kind of confused for like half of the book. I definitely think the second half was way better than the first half. The first half kind of dragged, and there was points where I was really bored. But then like halfway through there's this reveal, like a secret is revealed, and once that happened the pace and everything really picked up and I didn't want to put the book down. Jasminda was having these visions of the past. This whole like past backstory was so interesting. Honestly, I kind of wish the entire book had been that story, because the past was kind of like the origin story of the villain in the book. It was so fascinating. Like I wish I could talk about that story more, but I feel like it would spoil some things, but it was so good. I also did enjoy the romance. Since Jasminda and what was his name? Jack. Since they're from kind of opposite sides of the war, they had a lot of differences, and throughout the book, Jack really had to like check his privilege because he just didn't understand that people treated Jasminda differently because of how she looked. There were a couple times that he put her in situations that made her very uncomfortable, and then he had to kind of reevaluate his perspective on the world. So it was definitely interesting to see like him realize that life was very hard for her. Like I said, I did like their relationship together. It was very insta-lovey. Like as soon as they laid eyes on each other, they were totally in love. But I didn't mind it all too much. It wasn't annoying. Also, this could be read as a standalone. I know that there's a sequel. Basically, I think this book and then the sequel were originally self-published, and then a publisher picked them up. So far, only the first book has been re-released. But the sequel is actually a companion that is following completely different characters. And the epilogue of this book actually like set up who we would be following in the companion book, and I'm so here for it. So yeah, this could definitely be read just as a standalone. The story completes itself. And I liked it. I mean, it wasn't bad. I did get an exciting package that I wanted to unbox for you guys. Here is the box. It's from Thorne, and I'm so excited. I already know kind of what's in here. Okay, I need to put this down. I'll just show you guys what the book is because I am so excited for it. So they sent me The Ruin of Kings by Jen Lyons, and this is like the big fantasy book of the year that Thorne is calling like the next Game of Thrones or whatever, the epic fantasy debut of 2019. Prepare to meet the genre's next star. So yeah, it is a fantasy book with dragons, obviously. When Chirin is claimed against his will as the long-lost prince, he finds that it isn't what the storybooks promised. The storybooks have lied about a lot of other things too. Dragons, demons, gods, and how the hero always wins. Then again, maybe he's not the hero. For Chirin isn't destined to save the empire. He's destined to destroy it. This is a long book, but I am so excited to read it. This comes out in February. I believe it comes out February 5th. It's soon. I'm really excited for this. Also in here is this glass and some little rocks. Lastly, this dragon bookmark. This is cute. So yeah, like I said, I think I'm gonna start reading this soon, and I will definitely talk about my thoughts in a reading vlog. Okay, check out what I just got. I'm so excited. Ready? I got this ring light for my phone for when I'm vlogging. Your girl's upping her shitty vlog quality. There's a couple settings on this light. I don't know which one is the best. I think that one. I don't know. But anyways, I right now am waiting for my video to upload, but it's taking forever because my internet is super slow right now. So it says there's still 3 hours left, and it's been uploading for like over 2 hours. So that's fun. I think right now, while my video continues to upload, I'm going to read 99% Mine by Sally Thorne. I'm really excited about this book, and the publisher was kind enough to send me a copy of it for review. I loved The Hating Game, so I predict I'm gonna like this. So I just filmed a video where I built this book cart, but while I had my camera out, I wanted to talk about the two books that I just read the other night. The first one being 99% Mine by Sally Thorne. Sally Thorne, if you don't know, wrote The Hating Game, which is one of my favorite romance books, so I've been really excited about this one. And this follows two characters, Darcy and Tom, who are childhood best friends. Tom comes from a very absent, poor family. Darcy and her twin brother, Jamie, come from like a very wealthy family, and Tom was kind of like their neighbor, and they kind of like adopted him into the family. He became best friends with her twin brother. She's always like been in love with him, but she is kind of wild and crazy and doesn't have her life together. And there was a moment when they were teenagers where she kind of screwed up, and the door on any potential relationship between the two of them closed. Now Tom is engaged to someone, and Darcy's grandmother passes away. Her and her brother are needing to renovate her home so that they can sell it, and Tom just started up his own construction company, so he comes to do the renovations. I really liked this. I think it helped that I lowered my expectations going into it because some of my friends had mixed reviews on this, but I ended up really enjoying it. I didn't love it as much as the hating game, so I would recommend when you're going into this, just kind of like put your hating game expectations away, because this is very different from the hating game. The characters are just very different, and the dynamic between the two main characters and their relationship is very, very different. It was a very interesting mixture of tropes that I really love. So it was kind of like friends to lovers, as well as bad girl, good guy, because Darcy is kind of, like I said, she's wild and kind of like spunky, I guess? I don't know. She makes a lot of mistakes, and I feel like she's the type of character that a lot of people might not like because she just constantly makes bad decisions, but I personally like characters like that because I relate to that, because I'm that type of person. Like, every decision I make is the wrong decision. I like seeing that, I guess. And then Tom is like just a really great guy, and Darcy always calls him perfect, which is something that he does not like because he feels like he has to live up to all these expectations, but he's really a great guy. I just really loved their romance. It was very much slow burn, which I loved, and once it finally happened, it was like the greatest thing ever. And I also really enjoyed the plot. At first I was kind of nervous because I was like, the whole plot is centered around them renovating this house. Like, it didn't sound interesting to me, but for some reason I was fascinated by it. Like, I wanted to know more about the renovations. A couple downsides. I hated Darcy's twin brother, Jamie. They kind of had a falling out prior to the start, but Darcy kept saying how close they were and how much she like missed him and wanted their relationship back because it's like such a great relationship. But I never once got that because he is the biggest asshole on the planet. And like the things that he would say to his twin sister, I literally could not believe it. Every time he showed up, I just wanted him to go away because he sucked. Also, at the end of this, there is a little hating game epilogue, which was so cute. I really, really liked that. I think I ended up giving this book 4 stars. Like I said, it wasn't as good as The Hating Game. This is just now reaffirming that Sally Thorne is amazing at writing romance. So then the other book that I read is a graphic novel called Bloom by Kevin Panetta and Savannah. And this is a really beautiful graphic novel that is all in like this kind of teal blue color, and it follows this boy named Ari who is kind of in that transition period between high school and college, and he doesn't know what he wants to do, and his parents own a bakery and they need him to work in the bakery. Another boy comes to work in the bakery with him, and they start a really beautiful friendship that develops into a romance, and this was just so cute. Basically, if you like really soft boys baking and falling in love, you're gonna love this. And while the romance was really cute, I just loved seeing Ari's like internal journey of trying to figure out what he wants to do, because I really relate to that. When I graduated high school, I had no idea what I wanted to do, and I made all the wrong choices, and I really regret a lot of them. So yeah, I really liked this. I gave it 5 stars. It's a great graphic novel. That is going to conclude this reading vlog. I hope you guys liked it. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!